just wanted to quickly say now you can hear me clearly and all of that, but there are parts of this video where the volume is clear, I'm loud, I'm not screaming, I'm just talking loud so you all can hear me, and everything is great like I'm sounding now. But then there are some parts where my voice dropped and is very low. Not sure what happened. You can still hear me, but it's not as clear as right now. So just adjust your volume accordingly. There might be some part that might just catch you off guard because it goes from being low to being loud. I apologize for that. Before uploading to YouTube, everything sounded great. Not sure what happened when it was uploaded, but thank you for your patience. Let's get into it.
What are you gonna do? Arrest me for smoking?
What's up, my Finna loves? This is Finna D coming to you all from Finna Team News. According to several news articles, Kenya Moore is suffering from immense back pain from carrying the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise since season 5. Kenya responded with LOL, LOL, LOL. This is so true. Candy hosted the party. Cynthia engagement, bachelorette party. Portia made up with Latoya and allegedly Tanya and allegedly the stripper and allegedly slept with him. Well, they were not sleeping. Whatever the case might be, a lot of things happened last night. But once again, guess who's trending? Exactly. Guess whose name was in everyone's mouth? Thank God it was only her name in people's mouths. If you know what I mean. If you watch the episode, you know. Guess who all the attention was on? Exactly. And who made the episode exciting? Exactly. Kenya Moore. Yes, the stripper did his thing, whatever. But after that, who made it more exciting? Exactly. Kenya Moore. So, this is no shade to the other girls, but the Real Housewives of Atlanta, producers, Andy Cohen, they all know. They all know Kenya power. Her power. And even though they don't want to give her her props, they know. I mean, the other girl, somebody slept with the stripper allegedly, kissing all these people, making out with half the cast, and still couldn't get their name trending. She's probably like, dang, well, what else do I have to do? In the morning, Bolo is trending. I like this one. You've heard of divorce court? Now get ready for Bolo court. All right, let's get into the review. So the Real Housewives of Atlanta, for those of you who watched the last episode, we left off with the girls being at dinner. If you missed that review, I have linked it in the description below. So in this episode, they came from dinner and Candy instructed the girls to go upstairs and get ready for Cynthia Bailey's surprise dungeon bachelorette party. The ladies went upstairs, they got dressed, they all came downstairs looking beautiful. That red against Kenya complexion was everything, okay? So they came downstairs, they stayed in character, had a great time. Of course, went outside, saw Bolo, and he was all shielded up, okay? COVID saved and all of that. Milo making her fashion joke that, you know what? Hey, kudos on the whole get up, but it's fake. Like Milo, whatever, okay? Because that fashion was the last thing those girls were thinking about. He made his way in the house, Cindy Billy making it drizzle and not. I know there's some $3 in here, but Bola is not one of them. LOL facts. Before all of that, Cindy Billy's reaction when she came downstairs was hilarious. Before she went upstairs and got dressed, all right, and then when she got dressed and came downstairs, the vibrator thing made her walk down the stairs like she just had hip replacement, okay? But Cynthia looked great, the girls looked great, and everything went well as far as the party and all of that. But then we all saw what happened when those girls thought the cameras left, and they thought they were able to cover up and secure the other cameras. All right, I am here for Kenya Moore, calling it out, because I could already see where Bravo was going. This whole Kenya and LaToya had Kenya not jump ahead of it in a way where production had no way to spin it. They were going to spin it and say it was Kenya and LaToya. So kudos to you, Kenya, because they would do everything to spin the narrative and protect the little princess Portia. When Portia is out there, if that's who you are, own it. So Portia basically told on herself and told on Tanya when she said, I pleaded fifth, so she didn't come out to say anything. And then she basically said, well, I'm single and you're in a relationship. Now, I understand Drew and Cynthia didn't go around, so the girls did not know that Drew and Cynthia said anything. But even after watching the episode and literally seeing Drew and Cynthia say, LaToya and Portia were making out, and Tanya was in the mix, and she was on top of LaToya, and they were all stacked up and all of that. Even after that, people were still coming for Kenya. That's how you know. I have never seen this level of hatred, obsession. Like, I've never seen it before. Like, other people can do the same thing and worse, and people will skip over them and still be mad at Kenya. Kenya never said Tanya Neem in front of the girls. She said there's one other person that was there that I'm not sure. In confessionals, she definitely said Portia. She said it was one other person. She never said Tanya Neem. Cynthia Bailey and Drew said Tanya Neem, that she was in the mix with the kissing and all the stuff that was going on. So Cynthia and Drew are the ones who said her name. Oh, but let Shamia run back to Portia and make up a lie of what Kenya never said. But we shall see. The reunion is coming. I know Drew over there with her rehearsed read. Do what you did to Phaedra when she tried to come back the second time and you called her out on her rehearsed reads. LaToya, I'm going to call her Toya, was already on one. She came downstairs and she said, basically, can I sit on someone's face? Okay. Then we all heard what Portia said, that somebody's going to do A, B, and C to her tonight. Yeah, you watched the episode, you heard. I don't have to repeat and all of that. Now, for the people saying that the reason why Kenya is doing investigation and she's doing so much is because she is jealous that LaToya made up with Portia and not her. Did we miss this moment where Latoya said that she loved chocolate to Kenya and give me a kiss? And Kenya basically blew her a kiss through the shield. If that's what Kenya wanted and wasn't simply just joking with Latoya because it's good TV, she would have lifted her shield and made up with Latoya right there. So y'all need to stop. Okay? Latoya realized that Kenya is not on that type of time, and she went to the easiest person who would give her what she wanted, and yeah, Portia. Y'all heard what she said about she's not trying to be protected and all of that. And I read a comment where someone said, Portia, we know that unprotected comment. I mean, you met Dennis and you were pregnant with Pilar in 2 seconds. I didn't say it. They said it. Portia's a grown woman. I'm not shaming her. It's her body. Do you? I'm just repeating the comments on social media. Let me add some context, okay? For those of you who missed this part. Portia and Kenny were joking around because Kenny told the girls, make sure you wear and keep your face shield on. Yes, he got tested. It was negative, but still we have to be protected. And Portia made a comment about, hey, I want to be unprotected tonight or whatever. So even though they were referring to the face shield, it was funny to them, and they were laughing because they both knew what she meant and not just the face shield. So also another context I want to add is that when she was talking about I'm single and you're not, she was being selfish in that moment, but then she realized, oh, let me add to what I'm saying so it doesn't look like I encourage Tanya, to get involved, even though Tanya is a grown woman and made her own decision. So no one put a gun to Tanya's head. It's on the screen right here. But I don't want to look like I told my friend cameras are covered, you're not going to get in trouble, and then I'm leaving her out here to dry. So let me flip it and be like, oh, you know what? Kenya is disgusting because I'm single, so I'm not going to get in trouble and my relationship is not being affected, but you have a relationship. So for her to do this, blah, 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 when Kenya never said Tanya's name. Secret. Tanya was right there at the pool when Kenya was doing her investigation and just simply joking around. She even, refused to kiss Latoya because she was like, your mouth was just doing too much last night. Don't bring that over here. And then Cynthia Bailey made a funny comment and all of that. So Kenya was in the open with this. She wasn't going around telling lies and all of that. So for Shamia to make it look like, and for Portia to once again take something she heard and twist it and turn it and say, oh, she's insinuating that you did something. I just threw Tanya under the bus because if she didn't do anything, why is she so shook? And why are you, you know what I'm saying? Also, I know Kenya be trying to play the game and all of that. I would have been like, girl code. Where was this girl code and sisterhood when I needed help with Brooklyn, but y'all spent 2 episodes dragging me and basically saying bleep my daughter, had no empathy for me or nothing. Y'all just went ham, ganging up on me. Where was the sisterhood and the girl code? Oh, so it's only girl code when it's beneficial to all of you. Oh, cover up for me and have my back and don't say anything and be quiet. Oh, when it's one of you. But when I had to bring my daughter on the trip because I had no help as far as family, and I'm not leaving my child with no nanny that I'm getting to know for days, where was this sisterhood at? We know she's going through a lot right now. Let's do it. Where was this sister? Should she care? Yes, girl code in real life with her real friends. This right here is her job, and she's doing a good job at it. Get over it. Because every single one of you have proven that y'all are not her friends. So she have no loyalty. And she did tweet that. Kenya is not the friend you do dirt in front of. Yes, I'm loyal, but not if my friendship doesn't matter. See how this works? And I have a part 2 coming of Kenya more tweets and Drew getting dragged, okay? Once again, here goes Shamia. Drew was in the after show with Portia. Why didn't the producer say, but Drew,
You and Cynthia Bailey talked about Portia and Tanya and Latoya doing things together. So why are we skipping over that and focusing on Kenya? Even if they asked that question, it was never in a way where they were holding people's feet to the fire. However, when it comes to Kenya, they would make sure they hold her feet to the fire. And Drew, who had so much to say about people, marriages, and being respectful, girl, you over here joking about you might have to move in with Portia after tonight. I understand it was a joke, but then on the glass calling Bolo a work of art and basically drooling all over him, no pun intended, and then being bent over and all of those things that happened, whether it's allegedly and we couldn't see, production is not going to put your name on the frame if it wasn't you. They're not going to do that. They're not going to just go off of Kenya Moore words just to implicate anybody. They're not going to do that.
Don't get me wrong now. I'm not saying going to the strip club and throwing money and getting a lap dance and having a good time. I'm not shaming anybody for doing anything, okay? I'm just saying if you are someone who's constantly on other people and behaving like you are such this picture perfect person in your marriage, and the moment someone make a comment, you judge their marriage, you jump on them, you jump on the fact that they don't respect their marriage, their husband, you always have something to say about other people's marriage. If this was Kenya Moore being bent over by a stripper and then Shemia saying, ride that thing or whatever she said in the video, and production pointing at this was Drew, regardless if it was a bachelorette party, she would have had something negative to say. The same way how Portia had Dennis and they're not together anymore. He cheated on her regardless if he wants her back now. He cheated on Portia, and whatever she did in her relationship, it did not keep Dennis. Cynthia Bailey is on her second marriage. Portia been married before. My point is, all of these women have had relationships issues. Just because the relationship doesn't work doesn't mean that you were the problem. Drew was a single mom before she met her now husband. So I don't understand why she's constantly judging people, especially constantly coming for Kenya Moore and her marriage and her situation. Like, girl, yours is not any better. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not shaming anything with the strippers. What I am saying that if this was the other way around, the same way how she said Kenya should have been doing A, B, and C and her husband would have stayed. Well, if Kenya was still with Mark and then being bent over by a stripper and picked up and all of those things going on, Drew was going to say, what type of wife does that? Oh, but now that she's caught up in the mix is mind your business, you're a liar, and A, B, and C, and that's one thing even the people who don't rock with Kenya will always say. I might not be here for Kenya Moore, but one thing she doesn't do is lie, and that's it. She's always, what's my favorite word? When it comes to talking about things like this, vindicated. So Drew, just sit down somewhere, because at this point, when I tell you Drew got dragged so badly on social media, because even people who might not be here for Kenya Moore at this point are calling her obsessed and basically screaming security. Like Kenya needs to walk around with one, because Drew is obsessed at this point.
Another thing that I want to say is that Candy is a businesswoman first. Candy's about her check. She will throw anyone under the bus for her paper, her money, her coins, her check, whatever, her bag, whatever term you use. So in as much as Candy is all the way up Portia, you know what? Candy not admitting that she heard Portia, even though she came close to blowing her cover, is because this was a business move. Kenya Moore, once again, looking out for her friends, suggested that Candy do her dungeon party for Cynthia Bailey. She said this on Speak On It, that it was Kenya who encouraged and suggested that she do this. So once again, thank you, Kenya Moore, for giving Candy free promotion for her business. So in Candy's eyes, if I admit that I heard sex noises, Not only do I implicate Bolo, okay, and basically mess him up out here. Now, of course, it's not going to mess him up business-wise, but think about it. You came to a party to do a job as a stripper, and then you got paid for providing that service, money. But then, and some, you also then slept with someone. Yeah, it's not a bad look for the thirsty people, but it's not a good look business-wise. And Bolo was on Candy Dungeon tour. He was one of the main attractions. So I'm not going to basically sit here and implicate my employee, okay? And then also mess up my credibility because I'm standing on letting people know we do not allow phones, and what happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon, and you can come over there, cover your face, have fun, do whatever, don't get judged, and you can leave, and everything that happens stays there. From a business standpoint, I'm not about to mess that up by talking. Even if I'm on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I still want the outsiders to trust me so that they can come and have a good time at my show. Because right now, Candy is booked and busy, COVID or not. People after that episode are like, yep, we want you to do our bachelorette party. Thank you again, Kenya Moore, for giving Candy promotion. But I understand the people getting mad and saying, Candy, this girl did not protect you, girl, as in Portia, when she came on national television and accused you. How ironic, right? Of having a sex dungeon, and that you are going to take her to this sex dungeon and drug her and rape her. How ironic that you are now protecting that same person who did not hesitate to destroy you, your family, your business, your marriage. She did not care. She came on TV and did everything in her power to destroy you. And then she couldn't just admit that she willingly kissed you. She once again blamed it on the alcohol. She can't just stand in her truth and say, yeah, that's me. I don't think Portia got drunk and blacked out in any ways. She just used that as an excuse because she knows her delusional, well, some of, not all of you, delusional supporters will take that and run with that. Like I've been saying, Portia is a grown woman, so there's no judgment here. Do you? But for the people coming for Candy and saying, how dare you not have your friend Kenya Moore back and admit that you heard noises? Candy is in business woman mode. So no, she is not protecting Portia at this point. LaToya even said it in the after show. You not admitting that yes, you heard, or no, you didn't, basically explain that something did happen. Because if you absolutely did not hear anything, you would have said, I absolutely did not hear anything, and clear Portia's name. You not clearing Portia's name 100% basically is the reason why we have all of these little allegations going on, because your room was right next to her room. That's what LaToya said on the after show. Y'all know that I will always call Bravo out on their bias. You can't say, oh, this person is not on the show anymore, or maybe this situation is hurtful to this person, and that's why Bravo is not putting them on the TV, or they don't want to mess with this person, character and what they stand for, whatever the case might be. Kim Fields is not on the show anymore, and Bravo have no problems every chance they get showing a clip of Kenya Moore pulling the chair from under Kim Fields. So this would have been the perfect moment to show, wow, look how far they've come. To them now high-fiving each other and having a great time where? At a sex dungeon party. Something that she accused her of that she turned into money. Point. I will always call them out on being biased, but that's it. Anything else that was important that I missed? Of course, Bolo left. It's easy to blame Kenya, but please remember, people, this is a job. Kenya is doing the job, and she's doing her job very well. My goodness, if Kenya wasn't there, how boring was our trip going to be? They spent 2 episodes discussing Kenya, dragging Kenya, coming for Kenya. Come on, dragging her kid in a mess. 2 episodes were all about Kenya, Kenya, Kenya. And then this one was supposed to be an episode about Cynthia Bailey. And of course, Candy led the episode. But once again, yeah, it was all about Kenya. Now, don't get me wrong, Bolo was trending. The other hilarious moments and things that happened on the episode was discussed. They were all discussed. But I'm just talking about the main characters and who everyone was talking about. And yeah, let me also quickly add, Milo also admitted to hearing the noises as well. So it wasn't just Kenya. So even after the girls watched the episode and saw Milo admitting that, yes, I did hear the noises. Nope, Milo doesn't do it for us. She's not going to help with our storyline. So we're going to ignore everyone that said they heard noises, everyone that, has something to say. We're going to ignore Cynthia, Milo, and everyone else. Let's ignore all of that and just focus and put all the blame on Kenya, because that makes sense when we can blame everything on her. And people are sick of it. I've already talked about this extensively in previous videos, so I don't have to really drag it in this video that much. But yes, Milo and Kenya made up. I did a long video on it, so go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist and you can watch all of those videos. My favorite part of Milo and Kenya reconciliation was the both of them walking down the stairs and seeing Porsha Williams' face. Why was that my favorite part? Well, Porsha Williams went around in the group text and conversations telling all of the girls to not film with Nene and to not have anything to do with Nene. As you saw last season, Candy did meet with Nene because Porsha is not their boss and she's not running anything. But they did expose that she ran around telling everyone that Nene was there to her and to basically leave Nene on the island by herself, and eventually she will be off the show. But when Porsha realized being Kenya Moore's friend wasn't beneficial to her and she needed a storyline, she went running back to Nene. And how did everyone find out? They went off, had a private conversation. I was lost without you. Came back. Hello, hey, surprise, we're friends again. And just basically backstabbed Kenya and almost everyone. She was like, don't film with Nene and this, that, and the third. So at least, Porsha got to feel. And the one thing about Kenya Moore, she's not that way. She remained friends and genuine to Cynthia Bailey through her entire friendship with Nene and Milo. She's not one of those people, if you are my friend, you can't be friends with other people. She's not territorial. Whatever situation we have with us is our situation. Go over there and be friends with whoever. Now, but I said all that to say, the look on her face. Ooh, hearing Porsha Williams say, now she have another ally in this house. Seeing her plan falling apart. She was doing backflips internally when she heard LaToya had a little bit of anger towards what Kenya was doing. She was like, yes, I got Tanya, flip-flopper, Cynthia, Candy, flipping and flopping as well. Drew already on my side. Shamia, like, I have the whole gang. What she said in last season. If you know, you know. I have everyone riding at this point. She just thinks y'all saw what happened to that girl over there? She thought she was running everything at Bravo, and we saw what happened. So Porsha, chill, girl, chill. Bravo see the numbers, and they know. Bravo sees social media interaction, and it ain't you, mama. They see who's always trending and stuff. They see. But anyways, let's leave Porsha alone. Yeah, so it was hilarious to see this face. I mean, it's like the devil himself was just trying to just come through her. I have never seen, like, wow. But yet, Kenya was the one who's jealous and hate you? Girl, it's the other way around, because this woman, when she does her job, she gets off social media, right? She goes to More Manor. She lives her amazing life with her daughter and handle her businesses. She's not the one hopping on social media and doing anything extra past the show. You see, when the episode over, Portia, you're the one still on social media and doing other things to, to validate yourself. Kenya doesn't hate you. She just know who you are. She believed you. And that's it. But your reaction to Kenya and Marlo coming down those stairs, yeah, mama. Let that hurt, hate, whatever it is that you feel for Kenya Moore, let it go. Obsession, whatever, let it go. It ain't worth it. But because of that, she and Marlo are no longer friends. She normally posts Marlo on her birthday, on her page. No post. Of course, she posted Cynthia. Who knows? Maybe they will have a conversation like, girl, you're mad at me and it's petty. You're mad at me because Kenya are cool. Kenya and Cynthia were cool when she was friends with the other person. Like, you can have, you know what I'm saying? It's possible. But there are people who are territorial, and it's either or. And Portia happens to be one of those people. And that's why she and that girl over there got along great. But anyways, yeah, and then at the table, of course, after the lies got back to certain people, it was brought up, and I'm sure you're going to see either Candy gets irritated and she's going to have another moment with Kenya. Whatever the case might be, bravo. I hope you are signing an amazing check for my girl, because my goodness, in next season, if she chooses to come back, give her an incredible raise. We don't care about who you put in the center peach, all of that. We know who's running things. I meant to add this in the part when I was talking about Kenya suggesting that Candy do her dungeon tour, like, one of those on the show. And because of Kenya, yes, Candy been going on tour and making her money. But because of Kenya's suggestion, Candy now have like an entire new fan base and supporters, for her dungeon tour. And I also added that Kenya did the same thing for Cynthia Bailey last season for the Greece trip. She suggested to Bravo that yes, Greece is amazing, it's beautiful, but because it's also known for the history in wine and all of that, because Cynthia opened a wine cellar, she thought it was going to be an amazing vacation for all of them. And also that Cynthia could go and educate herself on wine and all of that. They get there. She starts joking with her friend at the table, testing her wine knowledge. It was all jokes. When Tanya and Portia went to Cynthia to question Kenya's friendship, that was Cynthia's perfect moment to say, listen, a woman who hates me, a woman who's not my friend, and everything all of you are saying, wanting to suggest that we come all the way to this country, yes, to have fun and production paid for it, but for me to also get the extra knowledge that I need. That's not something someone who doesn't care about me, someone who wants to sabotage my business is going to do. But once again, Cynthia Bailey, being a flip-flopper, and also she had to work, make her coins, looking for a storyline. She goes and questions Kenya and their friendship in front of everybody. And here we go again. Kenya apologizing to these people who really doesn't deserve their apologies. I'm not saying Kenya is perfect. I'm not saying she doesn't do anything wrong. I'm not saying any of that. But I will always speak facts. So here we are again. She did the same thing for Candy. Hopefully one day we get to see from start to finish an event centered around Moorhead here, and that Bravo won't pull up and just post the TMZ interview with Kenya answering one or two questions about Nene and don't even have the courtesy to even enter the building and film her event. And even when her events are filmed, they do everything in their power to sabotage it. It's disgusting at this point.
be fair. If you're going to allow other people straight across the board to have event and we get to see it from start to finish, do the same thing for Kenya. Candy Cares, her charity event, we got to see the amazing beginning, the middle, and the end, all of it. You know, and even if disagreements were happening and little slick remarks being made, we still got to see the entire thing. So hopefully they do that for Kenya, because this woman is about to have products in Walmart. Okay? 100% black owned. Her brand. All her. From Sally Beauty to Walmart. That's a big deal. So we should see what Bravo's going to do. I will talk about the girl who brought her husband, but then, basically left and wanted no parts of what happened at the bachelorette party. I will talk about her in the next video. Filing. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I do have a part 2 coming up. So whatever I didn't mention in here, I will talk about it in part 2. Thank you all for your patience. I'm wishing all of these ladies well. I'm wishing all of you well, and take care. The end of here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.